Okay, good evening, folks. We actually have some of our traders in the webinar right now because we have a live active trade. We didn't expect one at this time on a Sunday night. Usually, once futures have opened and settled in, trade isn't that active. But we do have an active trade in play right now, so I apologize if I have to give some signals to our traders. Welcome to our webinar about our trading algorithm for crude oil. It's EPIC, the oil algorithm. It's 8 o'clock or 8:01, January 19th. That's 8:01 Eastern. What we're going to do is we're just going to show you our development. We've been developing an algorithm, machine trading algorithm for crude oil the last 4 years. And we're at the point now where we've gone pretty much private. I would call it semi-private. We launched a trading group called Compound Trading Group. That's compoundtrading.com if you want to take a look. And so this is just to give you an idea of how we're doing and show you around a little bit. So I am watching an oil trade and I am watching the machine trade right now. And I apologize, I'm going to be a little bit distracted. We're going to make this very quick. We'll be done at latest 8:30, preferably closer to 8:20. So the document that we're going to be using as an outline is the most recent update to the white paper, and that's December 29th, 2019 update. So what I'll do is just to ask you, if you don't have it, just Google EPIC Oil Algorithm White Paper and it'll come up right away. It was provided as a link to your attendance, but anytime you want the update, you just Google EPIC, the Oil Algorithm White Paper, and you'll find it right away. EPIC ranks very high on Google, and anything that you need relating to EPIC or its development or how it's doing, you can just Google it and you'll find it. Just a quick little idea of where to find information or how to communicate with us. On the website, so compoundtrading.com, contact. That's the best place to get on our mailing list if you want updates for future webinars. We even provide some freebie signals in there and different freebie reports, and just for the most part it's our way of communicating with people that have an interest in what we're doing. And the white paper, of course, is on the website too. It's on the homepage. This is the website. Here's the homepage. You can even go there to get the white paper. This is a big website. There's a lot here because of the blog. So it moves pretty slow. It's huge. I think I can't remember how many documents. There's thousands of documents. But anyway, this is the home page to Compound Trading Group. And the white paper's right here, December 29th. So as we update and keep people informed with what we're doing, it's all there. Speaking of the website really quick, find our blog here, our algorithmic charting reports here, unlocked ones you'll see, and of course all of our other content specific to oil. Just go to About Crude Oil Trade Academy, learn to trade oil. There's a lot of information in there. And of course the shop area with all the pricing and features and stuff. So what we have basically, as it relates to oil, is we have a platform that's oiltrading by Twitter, by way of Twitter, or a Discord server. In the Discord server, this is what the server looks like. So we put the alerts in here, and we put all of the charting and guidance, and it's really a depository for our development team and for our clients to use. Most of our clients are professional traders of some sort, or machine type operators, or full-time traders at home. We don't really have many smaller retail traders, although we do have some. So that's basically where you find information about us. EPIC specifically has a Twitter feed, and you can find the public-facing Twitter feed here. That's at EPIC Algo, and you can follow along there. There's regular updates in there. And then the actual Twitter alert feed looks like this. It's just a private alert feed. And so that's the contact, that's the website. This is an example of oil report that goes out to members. So we have the alerts, we have the reports, and then we have the oil trading room itself. And the oil trading room runs from 7 in the morning until regular US close, and then sometimes in the evening, like tonight, it'll probably open here right away again. Oil trades active at night. And then the other place to find information, so this is just a sample report. So really our services break down to alerts, the weekly reports, and the oil trading room. And you can find prices on those. You just go to the shop and pricing, features, and promos, and there's a list of all of our pricing there. The other informational area, I guess, would be Sovereign. Sovereign is our partner in terms of the machine trading. They use our data to trade. So they're the connection or the bridge between our data and client accounts. So you can follow along with Sovereign too. They have a blog. And generally speaking, that's how you follow us. I guess you can always follow my own personal Twitter feed. You just Google Curtis Malinopoli and I'll come up. Really, I think everything is on the front page. You know, that'll connect you. The homepage of compoundtrading.com. Okay, so that's how you find out a little bit about us. It's 8:07, so I'm going to fly through this white paper and give you an idea of what we've developed. So I'm just on the home page right now. I'm just going to click white paper. I'll get rid of this other stuff here. By the way, I'm sitting at home on a Sunday night in the main living area, and so people will be coming in and out. You'll hear noises in the background, I'm sure. So here's the white paper, updated December 29th, How Epic V3 Crude Oil Machine Trading Outperforms Conventional Trading. So in short, 4 years ago, we started developing it with 2D conventional charting and models. This would be an example of a model. This is Epic's 30-minute model. I won't explain it specifically how it works, but I will say this is where we started. And of course, there's all different kinds of models on all different kinds of time frames, from 15-second to monthly. We back test them 60 months, and that's generally how it started. So we started with models, structured models. And if you're wondering how structured models or kind of the nature of this part of the industry and what it means to do this, the mathematician that broke Wall Street or cracked Wall Street, that's a good video on YouTube to watch. That's Jim Simons, of course, and Renaissance Technologies. That gives you an idea of the kind of the discipline that we follow. It's similar in that it's, you know, we use algorithmic models and we use conventional charting. So getting into the white paper specifically, and over time, you know, we started coding a few years ago. We started actually coding what we thought was the way it was, and we've learned over time, and now Epic does quite well. So draft paper outlining key reasons Epic outperforms conventional trading. So here's a summary, the 7 primary reasons. Lightning fast decisions. So there's 8,700 decisions. Actually, there's more than that now. It's just shy of 8,800 decisions in the code. So it can make decisions faster than us as humans. It's got all the models. And right now, it's got 31 models, algorithmic chart models that it fires on and, you know, weighted against each other. And it's also got conventional charting. So it can make the decisions really quick on 31 different models and conventional charting. And then it's also got the conventional trade setups. But that's, you know, that's the charting part and the structured model part. But it has something we call Epic Ident. So what we developed was order flow system that identifies or fingerprints or finds the nature of order flow. In other words, other entities like ours that are trading, but large entities. And it'll weigh that into its decisions. So, you know, a simplistic way to describe that would be dark pools and sweepers and that type of thing. But based on it's just like a chart, just like the structure of a chart, the natural structure of a chart, how you get an algorithmic model. Same thing with the order flow, and that's something that we're building, and there's an explanation of it. Time cycles is another thing. There's time cycles in any natural structure of any financial instrument, so it bases decisions on that. And then it's got an ROI trajectory game, and the best way to look at that would be this chart. And if you look at the chart, and you'll see the new update that'll come out, it'll be a spike up. And if you look at this trajectory, you'll notice that it's really consistent. It's got, when V3 first started, it had a big dump and it won big. And if you really look at this chart, you'll see symmetrical extensions. So the extension down is very similar to the extension up. And then if you look at this extension down, it slowly regained that. Now it's up and over the ROI again. Well, it's got a gaming system where it pushes its decisions to learn, basically. And that's done, that's not just machine, that's done with our developers and machine. So it's a partnership. But the bottom line is that anytime that it does have a drawdown, it kicks into its game theory, which basically says if it's going to have that drawdown, it's got to snap back the same amount of that drawdown symmetrically up, and it's got to do it through a process of only taking the highest probable trades. So it's got to get its ROI back, put some more bankroll in its, or more positive bankroll, and then go again. So right now it's just in the mode of spiking back up. And so its ROI in the next report will be up in here somewhere. And then, it'll do it again, and it'll keep doing that. Now, when it first did that, this was early in its learning. This is its whole life cycle here. This represents thousands of trades, but anyway, so you can learn a little bit about that. The bottom line, the reason we're so confident in it is that if it has a drawdown, it slowly moves into higher and higher probability setups. It's got 8,770 rules to work with, and that allows it to get into a really high predictable environment. So when it had this drawdown, it kicked into that, and you can see the result, and just slowly worked its way back up to its ROI. So it's been firing anywhere from 80 to 150 or so % a year. Our projected ROI, based on what you see here, over many hundreds, if not thousands of trades. Now it depends on the account size. There's micro accounts, 5 to 7 contract size. Anything we publish is a 10 contract account, because a lot of our traders use account sizes in around there. But really, the best account size is 30 contracts or up. But anyway, I'm throwing a lot out there, but it's all in this white paper, so you can go back and you can review what I'm saying. But this is a big part of why we're so confident in what we're doing. Once we had this in play, once we had the order flow, I mean, the models were good, and you have to have them, and you have to have the conventional charting, and you have to have the rule set, and you have to have the decisions, you have to have all of that. But until we had the order flow and we had the trajectory game, that literally changed the game. And that's why we started publishing here. We knew at that point the game was won. It was just a matter of time and to show that we had actually a proven system. Now, we had V1, V2, so version 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is version 3. Version 4 was too aggressive, and we reverted back to version 3. And so this is the life cycle of version 3. So this is earlier in its life cycle, right, than this. As far as account size and ROI and drawdown volatility, I just explained that, and you can read a little bit more about it. And you can always email me, compoundtradingofficial@gmail.com. My name's Curtis. Myself or Jeremy or one of the other developers might get back to you. But yeah, I mean, after you read the paper and you've looked around a little bit, or you've reviewed this video, you're certainly welcome to email us anytime. The drawdown protocol I just explained, and what the maximum drawdowns are listed here depending on the account size. How a real world trader uses it. Well, that's the reporting, the charting, the alerts, and that kind of thing. Other than that, if a trader doesn't want to trade themselves and they want software to do it for them, then they can email Sovereign. You just go to sovereign.com. The architecture that we built it on allows for it to be basically decentralized. In other words, let's say our software V3 is trading an account. That account can be shut down at any time. Basically, what Epic software does is it accesses an account and it trades as if it is that individual or that entity. And that individual or entity can shut that down at any time. But basically, the software is built to go and access that account and to trade that account. Documentation. So we run video every day. So all the trades are on video and documented very well and on our website. We stopped publishing video about 2 or 3 months ago publicly. So there's no public-facing video over the last 2 or 3 months because we don't want to lose our edge, of course. But it's there and it's available. We have the trader and developer repository, so that's on Discord I was showing you. So all of our trades are in there, all of the charting, all of the guidance. So a huge learning repository. And then the live trade alerts. Of course, that's another documentation. Those are all time-stamped. And then broker accounts. So these are real-world trades. So the Epic V3 trades are real world, and as such, broker profit and loss statements can be made available. And then client reporting, there's many different ways, and I explained where you can find, the fundamental reporting and that kind of thing. So basically, the conclusion of the white paper is this paper outlines the opportunity that change in machine trade with global financial markets represent. Competitors within the machine trade industry are becoming more and more refined and successful. The best in class are assumed to be winning a larger portion of proceeds. The reason we know this is that at least 85%, and this is common knowledge now, at least 85% of oil contracts are traded by machine. We know basically, through the ident program, we know basically who the players are in terms of their nature, their fingerprint. We don't know who they are, but we know based on their order flow, and we know basically what their returns are like. And we know approximately a potential of about 2,000% a year is available. We're not anywhere near that. I don't expect that we will ever get there. We're running between 85 and 150. But we know that they're getting better all the time. We know that for sure, and how we know that is through that ident program. So when those entities are moving, we're moving with them. We're watching them, they're watching us. Everybody's watching that order flow that knows how to put a fingerprint on it. And it's just like back testing charting, but you're doing it with order flow. It's really not, there's nothing really very sophisticated about it. It's just a lot of data, right? So anyway, the bottom line is that these machine trading entities are definitely getting better. The most significant immediate challenge developers like us face in machine trade within financial markets is building a product that can win within a prescribed threshold of stability, limiting downside, and yet overperform conventional trading methods. And that's why I go into and explain the game theory and have you take a look at the trajectory of the chart. Once you really look at that trajectory of the chart, especially somebody like me, a technician, looks at that chart and goes, there is symmetry and structure all over this chart. To get an ROI chart to look like that, to get a human to trade so that an ROI looks like this is impossible. That's obviously a machine entity that traded that and produced that ROI. And it's under a very specific protocol of execution to do that. So because it's got the protocol to go into the highest probability trades, if it's in a drawdown situation, that's where its predictability comes from. Soon after, the challenge becomes competing against like-kind machine trade peers and being best in class. So we've competed on all the different time frames from 5 seconds up to 1 month. And we do not compete at this point in 5 second or 10 second, but 15 second and up we do. So the AIs in the 5 second are much more sophisticated than our software. Our software is not AI, it's machine traded, it's coded, and it's in early stages. So anyway, that's where the like kind machine against machine comes in. It is our expectation that fewer and fewer competitors will achieve more of the proceeds as a whole of trade in public markets at an exponential rate, which does provide urgency to development and deployment. And that was our main motive to getting it out as soon as we possibly could. And the Epic V3 trading software achieves consistent, predictable, and very adaptable architecture that provides exceptional ROI. So that's the basic conclusion. I would strongly suggest, if you have an interest in this at all, to just focus down on the fact that, well, first of all, dig into this white paper and really read it through. Take a look at Epic's public-facing Twitter feed. There's all kinds of information on there. Go to the website and look through the blog if you like. Go through the algorithmic reports. Go through the Crude Oil Trading Academy documents that are on there. Go on to sovereign.com. And then if you have any questions about oil trade alerts, the reports, the oil trading room, feel welcome to send me a note, Compound Trading Official at gmail.com, and either myself or Jeremy will get back to you. Or you can always email Rich at sovereign.com. And on that side of the Sovereign business, as far as trading accounts, he can help you out with that. That's separate and apart, and they provide the bridge for that. They use our data for that. So those are the places to find more information. If you do end up deciding to come on board, then when you go to pricing, you're going to find different packages. You're going to find a package for all three. So in other words, the alerts, the newsletters, and the trading room, or just the alerts, or just the newsletters. There is a trial 50 code on there right now. I asked Jen to put it on there tonight specifically for this webinar. Usually she leaves that on there for about 3 days. You're welcome to use that code. It gives you a 50% discount on your first, what we call a trial purchase, because a lot of people ask us for a trial, and we don't do that. Like a free trial, we just don't do that. Our data is too, I mean, we share, if you go to Epic's Twitter feed, you'll see we share a lot of information that's time-stamped, and there's no way, there's no reason other than, I can appreciate if somebody, has no idea and they want to try it, great. So we'll cut you a break, 50% on your first month. And we'll even give you a guarantee, and we'll put it in writing for you. The guarantee is if we don't win 80% of the trades, we'll refund you 100% for that first month. But I don't think we've seen that kind of a lower win rate for a long, long time. So, but anyway, that's one way you can get in. Our prices do continually go up, but existing clients, the prices don't go up for. So we're not a cheap outfit by any stretch. A month in the live trading room. Well, here the Epic trading room package is $11.99 for 1 month. Price goes up to $14.99 in March, but you'd get a discount to about half of that, and that's the full package. So that's alerts, the trading room, and all the reporting. So yeah, it's whatever that is, about $650 for your first month, or I guess no, that's $600 for your first month. So yeah, about $20 a day. And I think that pretty much covers it. It's 8:25. If there's anything else that I can answer, make sure you email me, compoundtradingofficial@gmail.com, and my name's Curtis. Thanks for coming out. And just remember, go to that white paper, and that'll answer all the questions for you. So I'm going to do it one more time for you. You just go to the homepage at compoundtrading.com and scroll down, and you'll find updates, and there's your white paper there. And if you dig in there, that should do it for you. If not, make sure you reach out. Thanks for coming, and have a good night.